I've been round there, I've been Gordon Brown. I went out, he's got a log flume in his bedroom. Brilliant. He said, come on, Sean. I said, I'm voting for you, Gordon! This is brilliant! And then he gave me a big hot dog, biggest one I've ever seen. And he said, you could have ice cream on it if you want. I went, and he said, don't use the toilet, just wet yourself. Can replicate, that's nonsense. And they say that, so you can't represent that intense pressure. What you do is you say to an England player, right, you take a penalty. If you miss, we're going to shoot you. The recession is over. We've got a growth this week was revealed of 0.1%, which means the economy's growing it's growing about as fast as my toenails. That's
I'd like to see that graph in The Independent.
0.1%. If I hadn't have bought that big bottle of Coke...
And that's what brought us out of recession.
I think it's that, and the fact that Susan Boyle had her back waxed. 6 men working round the clock. Stevedores going... Extraordinary talent. I don't know, what is an extraordinary talent?
Well, you know, they think they're a fabulous singer, fabulous dancer, just talented.
2 of my kids can fly. And the other one can't.
The other one, it turns out.
Yeah.
That
so
went
I
badly.
don't let the other 2 fly. I say, you'll just upset the other one. whatever its name is. When he's out there, I go, go on, fly. He's coming back in. Get down. So, yes, if you call that extraordinary, then, yeah, guilty as charged. Just remember what my other kid can do. The one who can't fly, though, can do something quite extraordinary.
What can he do, Sean?
You know, he can walk on one hand, like that, on his fingers, like in cartoons. And I tell him, don't do that when the other 2 are in. But that's it. Can't read or write, either of them.
23. Most common reason to wake up in the night.
I know what wakes me up in the night. Those rumble strips on motorways.
So smoking, you're a smoker, Sean. You don't find it annoying, surely?
No, I think smoking's great. I think more people should smoke. It's brilliant. Do that thing to stop teenagers. They've got that noise, that buzzing noise, a mosquito it's called. They put it outside shops, and it discourages teenagers from congregating outside, you know, shops and shopping centres.
What's it sound like?
And that's it's sort of... we
don't know.
You're definitely too old to hear it. No, sorry, Janice. You walked into that.
I'll get you later.
Yeah, all right, fine. It's discrimination, isn't it? If you couldn't do that to any other group in society, create a noise or something to stop the congregation... Like, if you put outside... If you didn't want old people to go down into the shopping centre, you just have people dressed up in German uniforms going, Peppers? Where are you, Peppers?
Did you speak?
Yeah. Is it noise? Is it noise? Is it noise?
Stop it!
Is it noise? Is it repetitive noises? People keep making noises.
Call the doctors. He's lost it.
Is it noise, Jimmy? Will you say something, you fucking robot?
I'm going to chip in a minute when you stop pressing the fucking button.
Is it noise? Like noise...
Justice! I'm going shopping.
Amazing.
It's pretty good, isn't it? I don't know. I thought they were shit. Really bad. Really bad. If I was their drama teacher, I'd be absolutely ashamed. I'd throw myself in the canal. It's one of the worst acting I've ever seen. Really bad.
Boo! Boo is right. We've actually turned this into a fucking panto.
No, kids aren't up to it, then give them a story they can handle. This obviously story's got too much grit in it and they don't know how to do it properly. Give them something about a pony and a wolf or something like that they know where they are.
Do you know what? They'll have taped this and they'll be allowed to watch it the next day. The whole class are going to watch it.
Little kids, they're hope shattered by that guy.
Hopefully they'll keep this in and these kids will see this and none of them will grow up and try and be an actor because you're not actors, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh my God!
It's the truth. Nobody likes the truth.
If you're watching, kids,
It hurts.
Merry Christmas, baby Jesus.
Can't handle the truth.
OK, what news story were they reenacting? Some people liked it. I liked it. I thought it was fine.
Just fucking disgrace it was.
Well, OK, next question.
Nothing worse
In
than
March.
kids fucking trying to act. It's the worst thing.
Stop.
Nobody ever said my acting was any good. After one school play, I got hit in the face with a broom. By a nun. And it came off, the nun just went, that was shit! She hit me in the face. Oh, God! So sorry, you have brought up some stuff.
OK, all right, next question. In March, American office worker Thomas Beattie announced to the world that he was having a baby. But what was unusual about the pregnancy? Say it again, sir. In March, Thomas Beattie announced that he was having a baby. What was unusual, yeah, about the pregnancy? James, stop crying.
I can't help it. You can't sit me next to Sean and expect
Sure, oh, I don't even want to know. OK.
Watch and hear.
So can I just say...
You're supposed to tell people what I whispered to you. That's why he's whispered.
I'm sorry.
What did he say, James? What did he
This is
say?
what it's like being on a team with Sean. Either crying, laughing, talking about insulting kids. That comes up. I went, what do you think? You went, she's got amazing tits.
That's the only thing I know.
Isn't she the girl who's...
James, what did you go for?
Well, I wrote Heather Mills and Paul McCartney, and then underneath Sean has written, those kids were shit.
I'm sure. OK, and you've gone...
How much better is a lovely crumpet, right, with a bit of butter on it and a wasp hovering around it? And you think to yourself, doesn't that crumpet suddenly look much more delicious? Do you want it more? When you know the wasp wants it too and you're thinking, he's after my crumpet. Before, when there was no wasp, bee comes by, you go, he's not interested in this. There's some flowers round the corner. Right? Oh, there's nothing better at Christmas morn than to have seen your little infant child has turned into half a wasp. Fear not, though. It is the old Christmas tradition of the wasping of the childs at Christmas. It's to panic the mother so that she gets on with the dinner. Thank you. Right. Thank you very much. I mean, Rufus's argument centres on the idea that having a tattoo means you've got a bit of a personality. You know, you're a bit of a character. And it's great. It's great to have a bit of a personality. If you want that personality to be, I'm a bit like an old school desk. I'll move over here a bit. And, of course, tattooing can affect your job prospects. It's affected this man's.
I'm a bank manager.
Oh. I thought you looked like a midwife.
Sean, I'd like you to start by arguing that real life should be more like EastEnders. Here's your first picture.
Oh, thanks. Of course, it'd be great if real life was more like EastEnders, wouldn't it? Apart from the obviously relentless shouting, it would be much more forgiving. Like, you, for example, you could have sex with someone's nan and everyone goes a bit mental for a few weeks. 6 months later, it's all forgotten about. Nobody ever mentions it again. But the least you'd expect in real life is a nickname, isn't it? And especially if you did it, if you took them on a day trip to Stonehenge and left the poor old deer in the middle of the circle to be sacrificed by druids, which sounds implausible, could easily be the plot of next week's EastEnders. and then you'd have a boy band. Take That, yes. But imagine if Take That turned up on EastEnders. Imagine how shit that would be. I think I'm the only person in this country who still thinks they're shit. Take That, you're shit! So, that would be, like, equally a situation that you could have on EastEnders, you know, or you could have, like, Dot could go to the moon. Quite easy. So, and then the Queen would come round and she'd have a look at a picture of Dot because she can't be bothered to lift her head up and look at the real one.
First up is Sean. And, Sean, your job is to argue that December is better than July. Here's your first picture, and away you go.
December is better than July because, obviously, that lady is flying around the skies. She hasn't got a sled. Obviously, she's got a stool, I think. This would be a much better round if I'd got my glasses changed recently. Now, I'm actually going, look, she's sitting on. Oh, there she is. Of course, in December, you don't just need one file of facts, you need 3 for all the people. All the people.
Scouring pads.
Oh, shit. There. Of course, in July, you'll need 3 scouring pads. Because you have to have so many baths, because you're running around all hot and sweaty and you get that horrible big ring round, that big... They call it the July ring, don't they? Which are always scrubbing away. Oh, Bruce Forsyth. In so many ways. Basically, everything goes off in July, so all your food goes off, everything stinks. You can put the beer out in the garden. How good's that? And the foxes, it's hilarious, seeing them trying to open ring pools. Oh, December's so much more entertaining. You put your beer out in July, it's hot.
If there's anybody who should be arguing for shorter days, it's surely you two. I mean, daylight does you no favours, does it? You are people of the shadows, if nothing else.
And you, right, try building an igloo in July.
Over there just because Sean doesn't own a fridge. The fact that he has to keep his beer in his garden and he hates July because he's got hot beer.
Yeah, exactly. And the only creatures willing to spend Christmas with you are pissed foxes.
Do you know why my fridge? No, I've got to put the beer in the garden because my fridge is full of blood plasma for kiddies operations.
All right, thank you.
Yes, because I'm helping the kiddies. So our beer's out there getting warm in July. And that's a very big sentence, I know. But imagine this. Imagine if a country like, say, Denmark invade us. Again. We have given them all the tools to monitor and oppress us. They won't need those scary helmets anymore. No. We will be controlled by Denmark. Imagine the situation. You're watching the Spice Girls and Ginger Spice. She's not standing there in the Union Jack dress. No. She's got on the Danish flag dress, whatever that is. You know? Full English breakfast. That's gone. Oh, we've got to have smorgasbord. Yeah, fish and yoghurt for breakfast. All because of the cameras. Lovely cup of tea in the morning? No, Danes, they hate tea. They can't stand it. Got to have potato juice. Is that what you want, Marcus? Or should I call you Bjorn?